When you check into a hospital, you trust that the nurses and doctors will do everything they can to save your life. But what if the very person assigned to care for you was planning your death? In the late 1990s and early 2000s, patients in New Jersey and Pennsylvania unknowingly placed their lives in the hands of Charles Cullen, a nurse who wasn't there to heal, but to kill. Cullen, later dubbed the Angel of Death, had an unassuming demeanor that masked his horrifying double life. Behind the sterile hospital walls, he exploited trust, access, and the very systems meant to protect patients to carry out his secret reign of terror. His weapon of choice? Medication. Deadly doses slipped into 4 bags or syringes, leaving his victims helpless. What's most shocking isn't just the number of lives he took, though that number remains a mystery, but how he got away with it for so long. Hospitals suspected something was wrong, yet no one stopped him. This is the story of a man who turned healing into killing, and the dark truth about how the healthcare system enabled America's deadliest nurse. Charles Cullen wasn't born a killer. So how did he get here? Charles Cullen's story begins with tragedy and turmoil, setting the stage for a life that would spiral out of control. Born in West Orange, New Jersey, in 1960, Cullen was the youngest of 8 children. His father died before Charles turned a year old, and his mother, whom he adored, was killed in a car accident when he was just 17. This loss devastated him, and from that point on, Cullen seemed to teeter on the edge of despair. He joined the Navy, hoping for stability, but found himself the target of bullying and isolation. His behavior became erratic. At one point, he was caught sitting in a missile control room wearing a surgical mask and gloves for no apparent reason. By 1984, he was discharged from the Navy for mental health issues. Cullen then turned to nursing, a career that allowed him to work closely with the vulnerable, perhaps seeing it as a way to regain control over his life, or over life itself. From the start, there were red flags. He attempted suicide multiple times throughout his early life, and coworkers later described him as strange and socially awkward. But there was something more sinister brewing beneath the surface. Cullen started working at St. Barnabas Medical Center in Livingston, New Jersey, in 1987, where he committed his first known murder. His victim? A judge named John W. Yengo Sr., admitted for an allergic reaction. Cullen secretly administered a lethal dose of medication, silencing Yengo forever. This was just the beginning. Over the next 16 years, Cullen would hop from hospital to hospital, leaving a trail of unexplained deaths in his wake.